They're hungry for action in Athletes Unlimited and facing up to the weekend finale. Dempsey Arsenault had reason to smile yesterday. Her teammates kept finding her close to the cage. Sam Apuzzo made fourth quarter magic, but this potential game winner from the captain came up short. Raise your hand if you're ready for fun with Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse on ESPN. Sunday Fun Day. This is Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse on ESPN. Today we kickstart the action from USA Lacrosse HQ in Sparks, Maryland. Team Dempsey Arsenault running the field against the squad captained by Sam Apuzzo. It is so nice to see you again alongside Courtney Martinez. Connor, a five-time national champion at Maryland. I am Joe Beninati. This is the last go-round for these rosters. So how do these teams leave a solid, lasting impression?
You know, I think for Team Apuzzo, it's all about ending with that third win for the weekend. Dempsey Arsenault and her team, they've done a great job. They're 1-1, but you just want to finish strong. You want to make sure that you as an individual as well as your team are looking positively heading into the draft tomorrow.
Courtney, let's make sure we give the viewers the exact way we run through business here with Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. 56 of the very best in town. 4 teams of 14. They change every Monday in a captain's draft, and by virtue of a fun-filled scoring system.
When you look at the scoring system, it's all about individual statistics as well as team play. Quarter by quarter, they each have a lot of different point value systems associated with them, as well as the overall win. And then MVPs, there's 3 named after each and every game.
The matchups in our first game today are very interesting. Someone needs to figure out a way to slow down Hallie Majorana, who has been playing extremely well.
Hallie Majorana, she started off season 1 so strong, scoring the very first goal of Athletes Unlimited, and she's continued those scoring ways here during this season. She has a great stick. She's super crafty inside and around the crease. Her ball handling skills are second to none, and as you watch her in tight around the goal circle, that's where she really gets on the board.
Hallie, a treat to watch. She has so much fun while she's playing, and who knows how much longer that's going to be. While Majorana works with Team Arsenault, Katie O'Donnell has become a central figure for Team Apuzzo. This crafty veteran's offensive game has come to life.
Katie O'Donnell, I think she's having a breakout season thus far. She's really come into her own. She's playing confident lacrosse. She's taking risks all over the field. She's certainly an integral part of the offense for Team Apuzzo, and she has absolutely stepped up her game as she was the winning goal in the very first shootout of Athletes Unlimited.
A very cerebral player. She knows how to strike when the spotlight's on her. She'll be dangerous today. We have a lot of fun chatting with the players in Athletes Unlimited. We enjoy bringing you into the game with them. Katie Glynn is within the sound of my voice this afternoon. How nerve-wracking was that shootout yesterday?
It's just a lot of fun, and I think, just helping my team win that game, it was just so much fun.
Katie, what was the message going into the shootout?
We just were like our shooters shoot to score, and then hopefully stop them, and we came on top.
Katie, we appreciate all the insights. Thanks very much. Best wishes.
Yeah, thank you.
I love your helmet today, by the way, as we get set for play this Sunday, July 31st. It's game 11 of 24 with Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse on ESPN. In blue, Team Apuzzo. In purple, Team Arsenault. The opening draw and 2 points collected for the draw control. Dempsey Arsenault has been among the league leaders in that regard all throughout her 2 seasons of Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse play. Marie McCool outside the 8-meter key. McCool on her way to the cage. Tries to work a little backdoor cut there for Kenzie Kent. Rejected by Katie Glynn.
An excellent backdoor cut by Kenzie. So underutilized, but very effective. But Katie Glynn had the answer right in goal cage. It's always good when you can start off with a save. Fuels your confidence as the game continues on.
First touch offensively, 6-on-6 for Team Apuzzo. Ali Mastriani is 21 in the blue. We play Athletes Unlimited 10-on-10. The roster size is 14. Charlotte North working in against Ali Palermo. Those two would have met in the NCAA tournament and during the Division I play, BC and Northwestern. Geyer's back, swivels, makes the flip here with 13 seconds to shoot. kick it down low. Great stop there. Waters with a rejection on Apuzzo. Sam Apuzzo, who has scored a goal in every game of her Athletes Unlimited career. When you do score, you get 12 points for your individual leaderboard total. Score from beyond the 8-meter key, that's 2 for your team, 16 for you. Every quarter in Athletes Unlimited counts. 20 points on the line for the team that wins the quarter. 45 for the team that wins the game overall. Majorana, who's been stepping up the leaderboard of late. Hallie Majorana looking inside. There's Kent again. Denied by Glynn. Got a little whisker of that on the way wide. Every goalie save is worth 6 points.
While the save is worth 6, the shooter taking the shot, that's negative in terms of points for them individually in their leaderboard points. So you want to make as little amount of errors on the field and just be as consistent in your positive play as you can.
Katie Glynn did make that save, so Team Arsenault deserves a new 60-second shot clock. Great trail check there on the perimeter against McCool. That was turned in well by Huff. Huff getting help on the ground ball to the sideline from Lizzie Colson, but it bounces free to McCool. Still with the shot clock moving at 40. Number 40 in the purples, Cordingly. Great look inside. Majorana over the shoulder. Stopped by Glynn. Katie Glynn already with 3 saves in the game's first 3 minutes.
3 saves, and that's plus 18 for her individually, statistically, as we watch this shot inside on the right-hand side. Hallie Majorana coming around the crease, wide open. Love that she looked at that behind the back, as that was the only lane available for a quality shot. But Katie Glynn once again with the answer.
Team Apuzzo in blue, 2-0 this weekend. Wins for Apuzzo over Johansson and Marino. Marino in thrilling fashion. Geyer's back, contributed in that rally yesterday. Ball down, good stick check the interior of the defense from Arsenault, coming from Taylor as she shades O'Donnell. Team Arsenault with a mark of 1-1. They lost to Taylor Moreno's gang on Thursday night and picked up the decision yesterday over Johansson 11-7. North with a buzz bomb that sails high, backed up on the end line by Geyer's back. Sam brings it right back to work towards the crease. Shot clock's at 2. Shot clock violation, turnover against Team Apuzzo.
We do a lot of talking about the offense and what great ball handling skills and shooters we have in Athletes Unlimited, but kudos to the defense. They are tough, they're physical, as well as the goalkeepers, the quarterback of the defense. They've done such a great job of slowing the game down, keeping it low scoring, making it difficult for the shooters.
Arsenault off the split dodge, another trail check from Huff that was well timed. Rebound is loose there. It was goosed towards Majorana, taken off the turf by Marie McCool. 28 seconds to shoot. There'll be new captains drafting tomorrow night, 7 p.m. You can see the Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse draft on YouTube. The assembly of these 14-person rosters, 4 attackers, 4 midfielders, 4 D and 2 goalies. The top 4 on the leaderboard, once play is concluded today and the MVP voting is in, those will be captains tomorrow. Accordingly, with time wasted, 3 seconds now, 2. Driving in off the end line, that was a tough catch. As it's a turnover, another shot clock violation. The ball belongs to Team Apuzzo. You see at the bottom, the entire squad defensively gets awarded the points on the shot clock violation. Mastriani kicks it. That's too tall for Apuzzo. A sloppy pass there. And we are still awaiting the game's first marker, better than 5 minutes into the contest.
Obviously, all of these players highly skilled. This is their 3rd game over a 4-day period. So I do expect for them to begin to take their time a little bit on the offensive end. Obviously, you want to move quickly, though, because there is a 60-second shot clock. But when fatigue begins to set in game 3 out of 4 days, you just want to be a little bit smarter on the field with the decisions you're making.
Temperatures, Courtney, a little warmer than yesterday, hovering in the high 80s. Kenzie Kent isolating against Simpkins. Majorana's bid was partially blocked by Kayla Wood as we have the timeout on the field. Nothing in this game. Yesterday, a phenomenal game involving Team Apuzzo, a dramatic rally. We've had a lot of great games in Athletes Unlimited. You'd have to go a long way to be better than this one. Share a look back with us on the other side. It's Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse on ESPN. A 0-0 score. That's a rarity in the opening quarter with Athletes Unlimited, and closing in on the 6-minute mark. There are 20 points available for whomever wins the quarter, whichever team. If we don't have a winner after the frame, those points will carry over to the second. Fans, it's time to earn your points for watching. If you're an Unlimited Club member, enter the code on the screen into your Athletes Unlimited app. You'll earn points. You'll move up the leaderboard. To get the app, download it today for free at your app store and get access to all the great Athletes Unlimited content and experiences all season long. Team Apuzzo was especially busy yesterday in a brilliant game that wound up in a dramatic conclusion.
I'm starting with the ball. We need someone to reverse. They're obviously going to send a whole bunch of people onto me, swarm me basically.
Drive in or take the two? She's driving in, and she scores! Mastriani. O'Donnell weaving through the traffic, shovels and scores! There's no release should they score. O'Donnell fires, she does, converts. North, keep it hot. Bullseye! Geyer's back. Now we're 6-on-6. North has room. She scores! This game is tied in a flash. Apuzzo still a threat. Apuzzo topside question mark fires. Score! Sam Apuzzo!
I think this coin is rigged.
Yeah.
Every time I said tails, it goes
Every
heads,
time
so
I've
I'm
said
like,
heads, it's been heads.
Oh, every time. It's heavy on that side.
I was about to say.
Fourth round of the shootout. She does score! Final fling. Pelton lets it go. Stopped by Glenn.
We got it! We got it!
For the first time in Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse history, we need the shootout. Team Apuzzo, as you can tell, was trailing at the half. Courtney, that magnificent rally, it all happened in the last 5:42 of regulation.
It was an incredibly exciting fourth quarter. You know, when you think that one team has walked away with it, Team Marino was just dominating. But then Sam Apuzzo took over. She put herself at the draw control. They started to win possession. And each and every time she touched the ball, magical things happened. And it was like she was willing her team. She's just one of those leaders on the field that you want to play harder for.
And Court, you thought that one of the major turning points occurred with a red card to Molly Stevens.
That's right. At that point, there was a score of 9-7. Marino was still winning by 2. They had already scored quite a few goals for Team Apuzzo, but the red card really put them at a deficit. Being down for 2 entire minutes, one player, that hurt them.
Valuable quarter points on the line right now. Opening quarter, there's 20 points on the line for whichever team takes the quarter lead. Nothing in this opening frame. If we're deadlocked after 10 minutes, those 20 points would carry over to the second. Inside roll Miller. Miller lost the handle, and away comes McCool. McCool, the high-scoring midfielder, finds Kennedy, and she'll power into this fast break 4-on-3. Accordingly, Majorana, cross crease, score! Kenzie Kent. Textbook.
Excellent job of pushing the transition from the defensive end all the way to the offensive end. As we watch right now, you see with the ball in her stick, Allie Kennedy. If we speed this up for a second, her athleticism is what creates offensively. And let's pause right here. So we have a lot of players on the field. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. All of them are involved in this offensive set. You're going to see the ball move a lot of different ways, and it went down and across. That cross-crease slide is what's so hard to do on the defensive end, especially when you have attackers like Hallie Majorana and Kenzie Kent doing their thing offensively.
Ball movement like that, there's just no time. Not enough time to slide. Kent converts. Kenzie had a couple of goals against Johansson, 3 against Marino. And she starts the scoring today with just over 3 minutes to go in the opening quarter. We played 10-minute quarters of stop time in Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. The goal line to goal line length of the field is 75 yards, 95 in total. Kaylee Waters, who made a big jump yesterday. Kaylee Waters, who made a big move on the leaderboard yesterday, pumps it ahead to an open Kenzie Kent. Draw control story led in the early going by the team dressed in purple. No surprise there. Majorana swings it. Allie Kennedy hovering outside the 8-meter key. Working a two-person game here with McCool. Shot clock's at 24. McCool very shifty. That pass is a little low. Great catch. Score! Cordingley showing her hands.
Team Arsenault off to a quick start, already putting the game up by 2 for their team in purple. Marie McCool with the ball, shaking and baking a little bit. Backdoor cut coming from Aurora Cordingley. Whenever you see your defensive player's ponytail, you want to make sure to cut straight to the goal. Tremendous handle inside, bobbling a little bit, but she was able to take control of it. Ooh, looks like it actually bounced off of her shin.
How
right
about
there.
that for hand-eye and shin coordination?
Aurora Cordingley, such energy on the field. She's fun to watch. She's played a lot of lacrosse this summer, from World Championships with Team Canada to the World Games with Team Canada. First a silver medal, then a gold medal, and now Athletes Unlimited as a rookie.
Two tallies 45 seconds apart. Canada's head coach Scott Teeter calls Aurora the cornerstone of the future of the offense for the Canadian national team as Allie Kennedy drives into another odd player rush. They'll slow it down and go 6-on-6 with Majorana. Just over 2 minutes to go in quarter number 1. Those 20 quarter points are on the line. As Majorana tries to build on the advantage, Katie Glynn makes the save in a foot race here with Kenzie Kent and Kayla Wood, and it's Glynn who comes up with the ball. Sydney Parecka will clear. Trail check there from the blind side by Cordingley, as Charlotte North will draw bead now on Kaylee Waters and her defense. Waters' save totals yesterday helping her jump quite a bit. We crowned one champion. There are 56 players in Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. One champion goes into the Book of Unlimited. 4 medalists will go in as well. And you see Waters, she jumped 15 spots yesterday alone, Court.
Anytime you can move up the leaderboard in terms of your numbers, the scores that you are able to receive on the field. Again, MVP, overall statistically, they all matter. They count up as well as quarter to quarter and overall win points.
Mastriani was on that list back on Thursday. Great catch there by Parecka, who is normally a defender. Waters leaving the cage in the final 65 seconds. She's tracked down on the sideline, and there was a timeout called in time to keep possession. Nice work by Team Arsenault's facilitator Renee Olson to make that timeout call and keep the ball for Team Arsenault. This is a day when we celebrate Athlete Causes Theme Day with Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. So many of these players playing for charitable contributions, and we begin with Amber McKenzie passionately explaining the program's purpose.
Causes program is just like something that's never been done, has it? Like it's so special because each athlete gets to pick what they're especially proud of and what they want to donate to and what their passions are. It definitely is my favorite part, and I think a lot of athletes' favorite part because it's something so different.
It's nice just to get a little glimpse of who they are kind of like off the field and what's something that they care deeply about.
Even like posting about it on my social media and like it getting visibility, I had so many people outside of just like what my 50% bonus was, donate to the cause.
I think it's just playing for something bigger than yourself. I think it also gives an opportunity to raise awareness too.
The Down syndrome community has a big place in my heart. I am someone who really strives every single day to express inclusivity and acceptance and awareness.
The fact that we get to play for what we're most passionate about is really cool.
Tremendous athletes and terrific people. Many athletes in this league, charitable causes that they care deeply about, but they don't necessarily have the personal resources or the public platform to make the kind of difference they'd like. Athlete Causes Day, it helps them connect to an organization that matches their interests, Court.
That's right. Athlete Causes, it's such an integral part of every AU sport, from softball, volleyball, basketball, and lacrosse. when you look at the different causes that are supported, mental health awareness, so very important today's day and age, as well as the LGBTQ plus communities, animal welfare. It's just really great what this league affords many of these players.
We'll be referencing it throughout the day, the Athlete Causes Day program, but these are athletes who feel so strongly about, and a league that feels so strongly about creating strong participants in civic life. Final 39 seconds to go in the quarter. Quarter points are on the line. The team in purple, Team Arsenault, has a 2-0 lead, so they have the leg up on those 20 points right now. Marie McCool knows there's no need for her necessarily to go to the goal, although the shot clock and the game clock, there is a 6-second difference. Powers is on the move, rather Kennedy on the move, playing with Kenzie Kent. In the cross sweep there for McCool with a face dodge, splitting to her left. Shot clock's at 2. Majorana will take it off the turf. There's no worries for Team Arsenault there. They wanted to run time. They wanted to collect the 20 points for the quarter. They will do so right now as we are done with 10 minutes. A 2-0 lead for Team Arsenault. Kent and Cordingley on the board, and as a result, all 14 players on the squad dressed in purple pick up 20 on their leaderboard total. We're done with 1 on another brilliant day here in Sparks, Maryland. USA Lacrosse headquarters. Everybody bracing for this one on the field and in the stands. Team Arsenault, the 2-0 leader after 10 minutes of play. We had a great day yesterday here at USA Lacrosse headquarters. Players were in great moods. The action was hotly contested. We had a fantastic rally in the nightcap, a dramatic shootout win for Team Sam Apuzzo and her mates. And now we look to back it up on this Sunday. These teams playing their last games together. Remember, Athletes Unlimited Captain's Draft tomorrow night. In this one, if you're just tuning in with us, Team Arsenault in the purple there. Marie McCool holding class on the sideline. 2-0 after 20. That means 20 points for everybody on Team Arsenault. Friends, the Unlimited Club, it provides great benefits, including your ability to vote on some league decisions, interact with the players, signed items are available, and much more. For more info or to join today, be sure to go to auprosports.com. Folks are having... We have players mic'd up today on both sides. It's time for us to go into the game with defender Courtney Taylor.
Oh, sorry. Oh, God. There. Well, I didn't realize how far I just walked. That way. I know, I was like, whoa, that's really far. Oh my God, I did not see that. I did not see that.
Courtney Taylor, Courtney Martinez Connor, you can tell she has a lot of fun with this game, and she's really grateful to Sam Apuzzo for helping her become the person that she is with their time together at Boston College.
Sam was the assistant coach at Boston College this past year. It was Courtney Taylor's first year at BC. She was brought in as a graduate transfer student, had an amazing season, was able to step in and be a force for them at the draw circle. She does a great job of tracking the ball and really being active on the defensive end.
Geyer's back right on in. She scores. Speaking of draw circle, it was Lizzie Colson who did the hard work there to set up that strike.
Lizzie Colson, she's another player who's super exciting to watch on the field. She was, as many of these players are, midfielders in high school, and then they go to their respective sides come college, wherever their coach sees them fitting. Lizzie Colson is a ground ball magnet as well as a cause turnover one, but she has a draw control as well as an assist in this first play. Love that she pushed the transition, used her speed. She's incredibly fast. Her eyes were up, feeding strong lefty. Geyer's back right in the middle, tiptoeing around that crease.
Sam Geyer's back, not going to miss from there. Another pleasant reaction, of course. The bench is fired up. Vera Shane, Alex Ost-Holman, all pumped up as Geyer's back, dents the twine for the 6th time this season. Lizzie Colson, you referenced her. She picked up the 2 points for the draw control there. She's also among the leaders and has been throughout and caused turnovers. She's about to get another 2 points here for draw control as she tries to scoop it away from Allie Kennedy. Popped loose. Still free, and then Kenzie Kent says, let's slow down. Kennedy, nice pass for Cordingley. Cross crease Majorana, snuffed out by Katie Glynn. Glynn has been razor sharp in the first 21 minutes, or rather, first 11 minutes today.
So many of the players, we see them trying to push the ball to one side or the other, and quite a few of them actually could have picked it up on the first try. Being a little too fancy there when the ball's at the ground, just get low, scoop through. For all you young fans watching.
You make it sound so easy.
Because I'm sitting here.
Of course. McCool rattles that one off the frame of the goal, chases down her own rebound as there's a fresh 60-second shot clock. Dempsey Arsenault is the captain straight away, shaded by Ali Mastriani. A matchup of Team USA midfielders there. The United States winning gold for a fourth consecutive time about 3 weeks ago, not far from here. We're in Sparks, Maryland. That Team USA victory came in Towson, Maryland. Johnny Unitas Stadium. McCool, little hitch move, not fooling O'Donnell yet. Splits to her left, gets inside, and crossed over, but sent it high. Still plenty of time on the shot clock, 60 seconds in Athletes Unlimited. Geyersbach has given Apuzzo the lead in this quarter. Those 20 quarter points are on the line for winning each individual frame. Arsenault won the opening quarter, 2-0. Kent on the move there with Woods. Skip it on through. Good defense, closed out there by Simpkins. The Kennedy backhand goes wide as the shot clock comes to its end. Turnover back to Team Apuzzo in the blue. Nearing the bottom of the hour, Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse on ESPN, along with Courtney Martinez-Connor. I'm Joe Beninati. Tip of the cap to all the men and women in our technical crew. Another early day for them, another long weekend's worth of work. A job very well done, folks, as O'Donnell plays the wing for North. Charlotte North wears 88. Being guarded and marked today for the most part by Ali Palermo. Rookie against rookie there. Freshman class, if you will, Courtney, that was just dynamite. We knew they'd all be impactful, and they have been in the first couple of weekends of Athletes Unlimited. Apuzzo off the split dodge. Rolling in against the veteran there in Meg Dowdy. O'Donnell working on the outside. It was O'Donnell who had the shootout game winner in yesterday's thrilling rally. Geyersbach who tallied in the first. Apuzzo fans on that shot. Ball down, still free. McCool shoulder to shoulder with Geyersbach. And out of the pack as usual, here comes Allie Kennedy with a burst. The sprinter speed to the top of the key. Fires a bit too high.
Again, risk-taking. The more that you push the envelope, you see what good can come from that. Allie Kennedy, she is oftentimes this season just the one coming out with the ground ball, the cause turnover, really pushing her team offensively. Love to see that.
Low-scoring game. Back comes Team Apuzzo. Colson looking to change that. 4-on-3 on the fast break. She'll walk in and score! Lizzie Colson.
We had just talked about Lizzie Colson having an assist. Now she's put herself down for a goal tally. Coming up with ground balls, like we said, she is a ground ball queen. Using her speed, nobody's necessarily honoring her as a defensive player, but she is a goal scorer too. She did it in World Championships, and now she's done it in Athletes Unlimited.
Colson with a nice finish right between the wickets on Kaylee Waters. Katie Glynn loved it at the other end of the field. And Alex Ost-Holman had all of that unfurl right in front of her. She joins us for the chair chat. Alex, what's it like to watch Lizzie Colson go coast to coast like that?
I mean, that is such a, an energy shift, having a D goal always, but everyone is so fast in this game and everyone's a great goal scorer, so I'm just glad that she took her shot, and that's exactly what we talked about at that, quarter end there, was just to be confident and take those shots, so that's huge for us.
Alex, can you talk us through last night? Obviously, it was the very first ever shootout that we've seen. What was that like?
It was honestly so fun and so nerve-wracking at the same time. I've never been a part of anything like that, I think, since like my Pee Wee soccer days. That was probably the last time I've ever done something like that. So it was just really cool, and it was really awesome to, end out on top and also have Katie Glynn come up with huge saves for us. And that was just like the icing on top of such a crazy win since we had to claw back from so far.
Alex, you're part of a very talented veteran core of Athletes Unlimited players. You've introduced and been introduced to some impressive rookies. How much intel have you given them so far?
Yeah, I think I'm honestly learning just as much from them as they are from me. I think being a vet, it's all about, knowing the ebbs and flows of this season and trying to keep positive and keep the energy up. But from them, I'm just so amazed by their athleticism and their skill and their confidence. Like, they all come out here just ready to go, and it's really impressive.
Alex, this season obviously looks a little different for you. Number one, because of the name on your jersey. But how did you prepare from this year to last?
So Marcus and I have always been long distance, but it's been really nice to have a shooter partner with me out on the field. So I've gotten to train with him, and I think it's just different, coming into, I'm 31, so it's all about, peaking at the right time, but continuing to sharpen my skills whenever I can.
Alex, you don't look your age. You're not playing your age either. Best of luck. Thanks for joining in.
Thanks, guys.
Hallie Majorana has just made it 3-2 in favor of Team Arsenault. There is a potential challenge. We need to step away. It was 2-0 for Team Arsenault after one. Team Apuzzo, though, responding here in the second quarter. Geiersbach was first on the score sheet. Then Colson bragging for the defense. Back with that challenge right after this. Scoreboard is tied up at 2 apiece. As we were heading to commercial break, Hallie Majorana had just scored for Team Arsenault, but there was a question, there was a challenge that was posed. We can show you. Look at the shot clock winding down. Majorana, the ball has to be out of her cross by 0. It's not. The officials came to the table, looked it over, and we can hear from Lynn Bowers now.
The original call on the field was a goal. However, this was an officials review. This was not either one of the challenges coming from the team. So after further review, the ruling on the field is overturned. It is not a goal because it was not released before the clock hit 0.
Lynn, thank you for the clarification there. Not a team challenge, but an officials review. The goal comes down for Majorana, and we stay in a 2-2 draw. So in this second quarter alone, with regard to the winning quarter points, 20 points on the line, it stays 2-0 for Katie Glynn's side. You can see bottom of the screen, Team Apuzzo leading this quarter by 2. The game overall level, little less than 5 minutes to go in the half. We are at USA Lacrosse headquarters. Katie Glynn marching back. Katie was among the top 4 in Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse's inaugural season. Contested at Maureen Hendricks Field last summer. On the go, Ella Simpkins. Simpkins, another player who has been climbing the leaderboard steadily. 56 players in residence, 1 champion when it's all said and done, entered into the Book of Unlimited. Circle it up here for O'Donnell straight away against McCool. Teaming up with Mastriani. As we have the Geico leaderboard on the screen, Taylor Marino will play in the nightcap today. The netminder better than 900 points. Apuzzo chasing her, fires, that's rejected by Waters. She got that with her left bicep just in the nick of time. The colors, the jersey numbers that the players are wearing this week. Just a reminder though, we'll be having the top 4 on the leaderboard as of the end of play today, being the new captains, and into the draft tomorrow, the Athletes Unlimited draft, 7 p.m. Eastern time on YouTube, hosted by John Brickley.
I think that's one of the most exciting parts about Athletes Unlimited. The fact that the rosters change each and every week. When you think there couldn't be a better team put together, captains challenge us and come out with another really great team. 10v10, the action that we see, again, also new and different when you look at a league like Athletes Unlimited. All the players love it. It creates more scoring opportunities because there's just 6-on-6 inside of that scoring area.
And those leaderboard points are cumulative. They carry over from week to week to week. Marino on top of the leaderboard, cresting towards 1,000 points already. Charlotte North setting up shop. She's in among the top 10. North off the sweep. That familiar big cradle. She fires, and that's answered by Waters. North will lose 1 point for having that shot stopped. Waters, with her fourth save now of the game, earns the 6. Off the turnover here. Midfield where Kenzie Kent will kick it.
Excellent job by Kaylee Waters. Eyes are locked in. The goaltending play that we have seen throughout Athletes Unlimited thus far, it's been a battle at each end. Again, the less opportunities that present themselves on the defensive side, if they're able to get the ball out quick and not give another opportunity to the attack with a new shot clock reset, you have a definite better advantage.
Halfway through the shot clock now for Arsenault, the captain of the team in purple. A 2-2 score. Team Apuzzo leading this quarter in a quest for 20 points. Kenzie Kent making the outside pass there for Kennedy. That didn't get to the goal.
And this is exactly what I'm talking about. Defensively, they've already played for a good amount of time, but they gave the ball up, giving another opportunity. But at least it's not a shot clock reset, so they can still finish strong on the defensive side.
3 seconds to shoot. That one is laced high by Marie McCool, and it is a shot clock violation. We talk about points earned, points lost. Kaylee Waters made a save on Charlotte North. You give the goalie 6 points. You deduct 2 from Charlotte's totals. You lose points when you make a turnover. You earn points when you cause a turnover. And in fact, you earn as many points on your side for the caused turnover as you do for scoring a goal in this league. Just over a minute left. 20 points are on the line for the quarter. And those 20 points right now in line for Team Apuzzo in blue. Leading this quarter 2-0. They lost the first quarter 2-0. Miller hedging out defensively as Arsenault kick save Waters. She'll track that down in her goal circle. Shot clock is turned off. Team Arsenault can have the final shot of the half. We have players mic'd up every game in Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. Stay with us at the half. We'll share a best of our Into the Game segment so far this season. When we're through today, we're halfway home in season 2. Simpkins powers one towards the empty goal, baited to throw it there by Waters. As Kaylee flings it the length of the field down that sideline, it'll be Kent a step late getting there. So the final offensive chance belongs to Apuzzo in blue.
Joe, turnovers, those are costly. -8 points to your individual leaderboard total. That's a lot.
As we are done with 20 minutes today, Team Apuzzo squad, Katie Glynn, arms raised. They just banked 20 points for winning the quarter. And this is a very, very low-scoring contest, 2-2 at the halftime break. Stay right there with us. We'll get you back to USA Lacrosse headquarters in a moment. As usual, Sam Apuzzo jumping for joy. Colson going end to end in this 2-2 game. The Book of Unlimited is opened during the opening ceremonies for each Athletes Unlimited lacrosse season and softball season, volleyball as well. On and on throughout Athletes Unlimited. The champion and all those who compete for the title have their names entered into the book. This is week 2 of the Athletes Unlimited season. And in this game today, game 11 of 24, Team Arsenault has a 2-2 score against Team Apuzzo. Each team has won 20 points for its quarter win. Today is Athletes Causes Theme Day. It's a great way for these athletes to give back. And to learn more about the Athlete Causes program, be sure to go to auprosports.com/athletecauses. Been a very entertaining first 2 weeks of Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse, made even more so by how the players have brought us into the game with Air National Guard.
Hi, Sam! See you around! Talking to that Sam. She's leaving. Sam? Sam? How long has that happened for you guys? When everyone's like,
by Sam.
And you go by Sammy?
I go by Sammy, yeah, I guess.
Wait, you go by Sam?
I go by Sam.
But to everyone except for
Acacia.
Acacia. That's two! Let's go!
If you stand against the sideline and if I drop it into space here, you could just run on it and go. Instead of trying to pin it on your stick.
Center!
Oh, way to get a piece of that, Kelly! Kelly, great job! Like, the crashes were great. You guys held your sticks up, and they were the ones making the mistakes. Ow. That hurt. Yeah, that one just got me around.
I kind of wanted you to just dangle on them and be like,
Well, I knew I could beat Charlotte. I wasn't gonna beat Sam. If Joe was in my ear right now, then we'd have a problem.
I'm soaking it all in because Saturday and Sunday,
I know, you're not like,
I'm gonna be drenched.
so you might as well just like pop off today.
Might as well. It's Thursday night, it's ladies' night, I heard. Let's go! First lefty goal of the year.
hell yeah. That was such a nice
Was
goal.
it? I thought she had it.
It was right in between her stick and her head.
I really thought she had it.
Nice, Allie. On your back, on your back, on your back!
Wait, what? How? She just tripped. That's not a call. How is that after everything else? Is that a call? It's the lightest push ever.
I just want to play all day long. I want to play like 2 games today. I don't want to just play 1. I want to come back for more. Ken's, get in. That's right, listen to me, I'm older. I'm older and wiser. Okay, so purple, I think we gotta get, hey, wait, I think we gotta get higher. We were a little sagged in. You don't like me. You don't like me. You give me nothing. I'm kidding. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. I haven't moved like that since 2016.
Shoot it, Warden.
No, that's not a call. That is crazy.
This city's cold and empty. American Idol 2023, here I come. This song makes me laugh so much. I feel like this is a good song for Sammy. Sammy, because I can see you going like this as you enter a room. All day, baby. Let's go. Eat it up, baby, all day.
Colorful commentary, insight, occasional comedy too. It's all into the game. 2-2 highlights are coming straight ahead next. Arsenault with 2 goals in the first. Apuzzo with 2 tallies in the second. Each team has banked 20 points as a win for those quarters. And we are 2-2 at the half. Joe Beninati, Courtney Martinez, Connor, a 5-time national champ with us. And Court, these 2 teams normally prone to scoring more goals, more points than this. Why so little offense at this point?
You know, I think the defense is doing really good with their game plans. From game to game, they have good matchups. They're figuring out who needs to play on whom, and then they are exploiting that on the defensive end. We're seeing a lot of shot clock violations, and that's because of the tough defense that we're seeing. They're moving their feet well, they're talking, communicating, and then, of course, the good goalkeeper play.
A very good grammar there by you. Who plays on whom? Let's get to the highlights. I liked it. I'm serious. I really did. It was good. Highlights. You're good at this, too.
In transition, we see some tic-tac-toe passing, eyes up, Hallie Majorana all the way over to Kenzie Kent on the opposite side of the crease, and then Marie McCool getting things started. She knows where her teammates are at. Aurora accordingly, her eyes are on her defensive player. As soon as she saw that player look to go to help and double Marie McCool, that's when she cut. And then Lizzie Colson took over for Team Apuzzo. She has speed, she has athleticism, she can play offense. Right here we see her assisting Sam Geiersbach, who is transitioning well, and then she scored one of her own goals. Again, transitioning from the defensive side. D does translate into offense when you use your speed, and Lizzie Colson did just that.
In those last two highlights, a goal and an assist. That means 16 points for Lizzie Colton on our individual leaderboard. We are at the half. Here are the numbers. The shots heavily favoring Arsenault, but the goalkeeping has been good at both ends in this one. Katie Glynn and Kaylee Waters, you wouldn't expect anything different. We go to the third with you in a moment. Team Arsenault was 0 for 9 shooting in that second quarter. It's a 2-2 game as a result. Team Arsenault winning the initial 20 points for the first quarter win. Team Apuzzo turning the tables and taking the 20 for everybody on their roster by winning the second quarter 2-0. Katie Glynn is under the helmet with us. We can go into the game with her as she makes her way back towards the crease. Katie, that first half, low scoring, so that means good defense, good goaltending. How would you characterize it?
Yeah, I think it's a defensive battle right now, so I'm excited to go into the second half. Blue Crew's ready to lock it down.
Katie, I'm not sure if you're aware, but you have some of the saves, single most saves in a game with 15. Why do you think defense has been such an integral part this season?
The defense is crushing it. They're forcing those outside shots, so I have time to see them and, just trying to help my team win.
Katie, as you set up shop for the start of this third quarter, who's the most dangerous? Who's at the top of your scouting list with regard to Team Arsenault?
Oh, I don't know. That's a tough one. I think Purple's got a lot of weapons, so just ready for all of them.
Katie, I can't give you all cupcake questions. You know that. Thanks very much for spending some time with us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
That's a perfect answer. They do. They have a lot of weapons.
Just tried to pin her down on the answer. She didn't give it. Inside the draw circle, Mastriani and McCool. Members of Team USA, the national program. We are at USA Lacrosse headquarters for Season 2 of Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. Joe and Courtney with you. Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse on ESPN, first of 2 today. Team Johansson and Team Marino coming up in the second game. Team Apuzzo in blue, Team Arsenault in purple. Team Apuzzo with a 2-0 record. Team Arsenault 1-1. The final game that these rosters will play together tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. You can see the captains, Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse draft. Waters starts with another save there on Huff. Courtney, we've had this conversation off the air. You tell me, which strong hand is Kelsey Huff, right or left? I can't figure it out.
When I say, a natural lefty, a natural righty, I mean, every single one of these players, they do look really ambidextrous. And Kelsey Huff, it's hard to note, right? I mean, I'd say left, but she's so good right. I'm giving an answer like Katie Glynn here.
Yeah, I figured. I figured as much. Majorana outside the 8-meter key. Kenzie Kent, we know, favors her left. I think when Huff wants power, she shoots lefty. But both sides are so fluid and natural looking. McCool on the go. Mastriani there. Kenzie Kent comes to fetch with 15 on the shot clock. Accordingly, right up the gut. Bounce shot just went wide. That was clever the way she folded that release over. 6 seconds for Majorana, who has been a scoring spark plug this season, whichever team she's played for. That cross crease pass is deflected. Shot clock violation, the ball for Team Apuzzo.
All right, Joe, I'll give you one. I won't answer non-definitively. Oftentimes, it's what hand that they play defense in. Now, granted, some women's lacrosse players like to switch hands defensively, but the stick is in Kelsey's left hand to play D, so final answer.
I see what you're saying. Posture-wise, when they set up, she's setting up as a left-handed defender. I think that's her knee-jerk reaction to go that way. I see what you're saying.
Like if I pushed her down, which way is she going to step? With her right foot or left foot? Probably left.
Been a long time off the scoreboard for Team Arsenault. It's a 2-2 count. We have Katie O'Donnell tiptoeing at the 8-meter for a free position shot here against Waters. That was deflected, wasn't it? Allie Kennedy sprinting in from one of the hashes to deflect that. Great defense collectively. Charlotte North will turn. Beautiful moves She turns back on the question mark, but step for step right there with her was Ali Palermo. North goes underneath and she scores! Charlotte North, who we know is a natural righty, bags one there with her left.
What I love about Charlotte North is she doesn't give up. She's not going to quit on the play. She easily could have passed this ball off, but once she went behind the goal cage again, she realized that she was getting a step on her defensive player right there. That's when she knew she had her defensively, so she decided to re-attack. That nice little underhanded move. It was a split dodge, but almost like a little walk the dog, and beating her defensive player, Ali Palermo. He hasn't been able to do it often. Ali's been sitting nice, low, and athletic, but you get a step, you go to goal.
Charlotte North with the initial tally that brings a celebration from Mira Shane. Team Apuzzo dressed in blue. Charlotte has a dozen goals. She's closing in on the overall goal scoring lead. She's been there with another rookie too for the most part in the first couple of weeks. That's Lauren Gilbert, who we will see with Team Johansson in the second game today, expected to start around 3:30 Eastern time right here on ESPN+. Kayla Wood comes up with draw control possession. That's worth 2 points. So North's goal gives Apuzzo the quarter lead. 20 points on the line for each team that wins the frame. North hovering against Palermo. This has been a good matchup throughout the day. Huff challenged by Kennedy. Feeds to O'Donnell. Ball down. Geyer's back, who had a opening, or rather second quarter strike for Team Apuzzo. Comes up with a scoop. 24 seconds to operate on the 60-second shot clock. Inside roll. Geyer's back over top of the crossbar. Closest to the ball when it leaves the field, where and when it does, gets possession. That's North retaining possession for Sam Apuzzo's squad. North, great move to get under. Then over on the bouncer, she sent it wide. That was brilliant work from Charlotte North. Begging for a call there. Quick stick, Mastriani just missed. Shot clock violation against Apuzzo.
You know, I like the strategy that Kaylee Waters was looking to get right there. Charlotte North bobbing and weaving through the sticks flying in and around her head. Very composed, but she was not happy about that lack of a call.
Fired up, all sorts of intensity on the face there of Charlotte North. Turnover story, a dozen for Team Arsenault. A 3-2 lead for Team Apuzzo. They're in blue. The lone goal of the second quarter belongs to them. Kennedy hoping to change that and end a lengthy drought for Dempsey Arsenault's side. 17 minutes worth without a tally for the team in purple. Kenzie Kent marked by Simpkins. Kenzie will exchange to McCool. 10 seconds to shoot on the dead run against Mastriani. Majorana with room. She blistered that one right to the cross of Katie Glynn. 6 points for the goalie save. End to end, it's O'Donnell. O'Donnell's pass, a little tall there for North. Apuzzo's not going to get there in time. That's a turnover. I thought it was interesting, Courtney. O'Donnell won the shootout yesterday with a shot from outside the 8-meter key. She had never attempted a 2-point shot in all of her Athletes Unlimited career prior to that shootout take.
So that's even more impressive. I've been excited to see her confidence on the field this year, how she's been wanting the ball in her stick, and even more so then.
A chance for us to duck away. 4 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in quarter number 3. Katie Glynn has a 1-point goal to defend along with Lizzie Colson. It has been a game dominated by defense. The lowest scoring game so far this season in Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. Just 3-2 in the third. The lone goal provided in this frame by Charlotte North. Speaking of defenders, we have one of the very best rookies mic'd up today. Let's go into the game with Courtney Taylor.
Wait, didn't she save that? That's a reset. She tipped that. She did. Yeah, you have me middle. Yeah, go that way. Go up, go up, go up. Yes, good job, Meg. This is the longest no score.
I feel like if Sam Geiersbeck just keeps hanging low, I'm gonna go in the backside, like on ball side. She's literally like sitting like all the way down here, and the ball's like here. I'm just gonna come behind on if Sam Geiersbeck is in. Just like.
I love Courtney Taylor, how she's talking about strategies. She's a rookie, just like you had mentioned, but she did say that the experienced athletes in Athletes Unlimited, the veterans, they may have a leg up on the rookies initially, but she said the rooks will gain on them eventually.
Courtney Taylor's a playmaker, right? Over 100 caused turnovers in her college career. Playing today, Athlete Causes Theme Day. Great way for these players to give back. The Causes program, the opportunity for them to play their season in part for the benefit of a non-profit organization of their choice. At the end of each season, through the Athletes Causes Partnership, a donation equal to 50% of the season bonus is given to a non-profit of each athlete's choice. Something that has been commonplace to Athletes Unlimited across the board, regardless of sport, and something that we were clued into one summer ago, Court, with Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. It's a wonderful program.
It is something that obviously the players do feel very passionate about, with over 136 organizations in total across all sports since 2020. It's just super duper special. And when you think of the amount of money that has been directed to those programs of choice, that's very amazing.
Close to $1 million to the nonprofits of their choice across the board in Athletes Unlimited. You know, one of the missions has always been to inspire excellence and community. And on this day, we are reminded of it, Athlete Causes Theme Day. Team Arsenault has missed its last 10 shots. They have gone ice cold since the opening quarter. Kent fires, stopped there by Katie Glynn, who's one large reason why they are 0 for their last 11 shots on goal. On the break, moving back, it's Simpkins. Simpkins finds Mastriani. She pumps one wide, backed up well there by Geiersbeck. There's a whistle. Patty Kletcha-Porter with a stoppage in play and showing a green card at midfield, as you can tell. Sydney Pareca will have a seat. You need to have 4 players back behind that midline in Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. Player up now for Arsenault, a chance for them to end a lengthy drought. 3 minutes and change to go in the third quarter. The quarter points that are on the line, so important. 20 points for everybody on the roster for the team that wins the individual quarter. Right now, Team Apuzzo leads 1-0 until Majorana tiptoes in there, defended by Kayla Wood, and Wood will sprint the other way. A short-handed break. Kayla Wood, oh no, down in a heap, and Kayla Wood reaching for her hamstring. Play brought to a halt. Wood to her back, and she'll be attended to. The athletic trainers at USA Lacrosse headquarters, provided by MedStar Health. Kayla Wood in need of attention.
That was mid-stride. She was going full speed, and she had cut off Allie Kennedy. Allie Kennedy was struggling to keep up with Kayla Wood, who's incredibly fast herself. As we saw in season 1, integral part of the draw circle, as well as coming up with big plays, just like she did on that defensive end.
Had a birthday back in June, did Kayla. Watch here. Immediately reaching for the back of her left leg. Kayla Wood, a season ago, Courtney, better than 1,500 points on the leaderboard. Remember, right off the jump, she was fantastic early in the season. Just now getting back to her feet.
And another rookie who we just saw, Courtney Taylor, talk about her play, her communication on the field. Kayla Wood was the exact same way last year, even more so. She was a captain through and through, leading her team, directing them on the field.
She finished 6th overall last season with those 1,561 points, and making her way to the sideline with assistance after this in the open field. You could tell the grimace on the face. She knew it was happening. Kayla Wood to the sideline. Just over 3 minutes to play in quarter three. Quarter three being led by Kayla's side, thanks to a Charlotte North goal, the only goal in this frame. Team Apuzzo defensively, the defensive quartet, along with Wood, would be Simpkins, Colson, Pareca. So Sydney Pareca will expect to see more time now with the Wood down, 44 in the blue. Quarter points are available, 3 minutes left. Hallie Majorana has been quiet today, anything but in the first 5 days of Athletes Unlimited. This is game 11 of 24 in season 2. Shayna Pareca working in against Huff. Shayna had the ball knocked out of her cross. There's a whistle. Shot clock is at 9. And counting for some reason. Shayna Pareca fires for 2, wide of the goal. Shot clock violation. Ball to Team Apuzzo with 2:25 left in the third.
I mean, I feel like we've said there's more shot clock violations in this game than any other. And again, that's all due to the defensive prowess of each team. They've each been causing turnovers. We've also seen that shot clock violation. Defensively, they're tough out there.
No question about that. Geyer's back, gets topside and fires. That's a routine save for Kaylee Waters. Waters has seen the offense for Team Arsenault dry up at the other end. No conversions on the last 14 shots for the team wearing purple. 100 seconds left in the third. 20 quarter points are on the line. Waters will advance it herself. She got double teamed, and now that's big trouble with Waters some 50 yards from the cage and in full sprint. O'Donnell sees the empty net yawning, fires for 2, missed it high. Waters huffing and puffing all the way back to her goal circle. 1:15 left. Those 20 quarter points are available. Charlotte North has lifted Team Apuzzo to the 3-2 lead, the only goal in the second half.
You know, some fans may be wondering why she took it over the half-field line. They only have 20 seconds to clear the ball, and they were nearing that point. And we have seen her in season 1. She ran it all the way down. Trying to remember if she took a shot or not.
Well, she's done it. She's not afraid to do it. Britt Reed's the only goalie with an assist in Athletes Unlimited lacrosse history. Happened last week. Majorana, 20 seconds to shoot, 40 in the quarter. Majorana trying to score. If she does, it would be a tie here with a ripper upstairs. We are tied at 1 in the quarter. That potentially means those 20 will be worth 40 in the fourth. The first goal for Team Arsenault since 2:27 was left in the first.
Hallie Majorana, excellent job of coming up the left-hand side. A nice little jump turn, almost like a little question mark dodge, but she didn't finish it off because as soon as she turned, she didn't give her defense time to set up. Little 4 up, change of direction quickly, and that right there is what gave her the space to shoot. That quick turn, Katie O'Donnell was just a half a step behind, but defensively, she was with her every step of the way until she slammed on the brakes. Hallie Majorana putting her team on the board here in that third quarter.
A whole lot of power for Majorana on that jump shot. You see the drought that she ends. Leveling the quarter score at 1 apiece. Draw control McCool, a chance to win the quarter now in the final 27 seconds with the shot clock turned off. Pretty sudden turn of events in what is a 3-3 game. Majorana, who has led the league in assists entering play today, finding Cordingley. Cordingley hits the brakes, trying to lose Kerrigan Miller. 8 seconds remaining. Shovel shot Majorana, not a lot of starch on it. This quarter is going to be a 1-1 draw. It means the fourth will be worth 40 individually and then 45 for the winner. Quite the sweep coming up in the next 10 minutes of regulation. 3-3, a low-scoring contest, a rarity in Athletes Unlimited. Exciting nonetheless. Back to Sparks, Maryland in a moment for the fourth and final frame. 3 goals each way for Team Arsenault and Team Apuzzo. 6 different goal scorers. Nobody has a multiple goal game going in this 3-3 contest that is headed for the 4th. Folks, if you're curious on how these teams get drafted, you see the score and the total points that have been awarded. So the carryover to the 4th means the 4th will be worth 40. Folks, we have the draft coming up for you each Monday, 7 Eastern. Live Athletes Unlimited weekly draft on YouTube. The host is John Brickley. Find out who gets drafted first, where your favorite players are going to land, what color jersey they'll be wearing. For more info on the Athletes Unlimited draft, go to auprosports.com. Our Geico leaderboard, Charlotte North starting to climb. She has a goal today worth 12 more points. North finds herself 9th as she's picked up a couple of spaces to 555 points actively. Taylor Marino sets the pace. She plays in game 2 today.
When you look at the leaderboard, you have to think of the 3 different parts. Your total win points as a team, quarter by quarter, overall game, statistically, how you do in the game. Are you picking up any statistical points individually? And then those all-important MVP points, which are voted after each game. And they don't necessarily go to the winners only. So that's something that's very different and unique about Athletes Unlimited, but that's what gets the leaderboard changing.
We could be really seeing some big swings in the leaderboard after this quarter in particular, because the 4th quarter is worth 40 points now, the carryover from the 3rd. That team that wins the 4th is likely to win the game, right? On the long drive, Pareca for 2. You could see a swing of 85 points at the end of this game in a hurry. Shayna Pareca with her specialty 2-point shot.
Joe, we were just talking about she's taken a lot of 2-point shots as of late. I felt like the goalkeepers, they were prepared, ready. And in that instance, off a nice little flip, this is her only one that she's attempted this game. So I do think that she caught them off guard. She has that unique form of shooting. She kind of shoots off the back foot. So they're not quite ready for it. Defensively, Kerrigan Miller was holding her hand like the shot went into her, but we have learned from past games, referees are not calling that a dangerous follow-through.
Part of the cross, they refer to it.
That's right.
As Shayna Pareca needs to get a little tape work done to her finger, perhaps. Her 2-point tally. Last year, Courtney, you referenced it, she was second best on the circuit. She was 6 for 18 from 2. Arsenault wins this draw. She's going to goal. Arsenault had that deflected away by the trail check. Miller was there, so too was Colson. 5-3 all of a sudden after the 2-point lightning bolt from Shayna Pareca. Kenzie Kent will offer to Marie McCool. 4th quarter of play, game number 11 of 24 this season. We'll see Johansson and Marino at 3:30 Eastern time on ESPN+. Another 6 points there, credited to Katie Glynn for another save. Katie is now up to 8 on the day. A leisurely sprint for Mastriani, impressive rookie out of North Carolina, reigning National Midfielder of the Year at the D1 level. North, 2 times the Tewaaraton Award winner, isolating against Palermo off the quick split. North trying Palermo again. Pitches to Apuzzo off the hitch. Play to Mastriani, picked up by McCool. O'Donnell swings it on around. Patient ball movement here for Geyersbach. Apuzzo thinking 2 maybe against Dowdy. The bouncer is stopped by Waters. On a day when Sam Apuzzo has yet to hit the score sheet, she has scored in every game of her Athletes Unlimited career. Not yet.
You know, defensively, they were slow shifting a few times, had some wide open players inside, but Team Apuzzo in the blue jerseys, they weren't able to find that person inside. Kaylee Waters stepping up, sometimes reaching her stick out, letting them know, I'm prepared if you feed it there.
Kent on the go, fakes the flip there to get away from Colson. Kenzie Kent, so smooth with her footwork around the cage. Majorana, likewise, against Simpkins. The pass to the cutting Kennedy never arrived there. Deflected at first. Kenzie looks over her shoulder, 3 seconds to shoot. Makes the outside pitch there for a Pareca drive that was smothered by Glynn. Looking for the fast break opportunity. That was a BB that she threw to Kerrigan Miller. What an outlet pass. Miller on the go, finessed her way inside, goes to goal. Stopped by Waters. Terrific goalie play at both ends. The outlet from Glynn and the stop by Waters in a game that has been dominated by defense and net minding.
We're going to take another peek at this save right here. Head of steam we see coming right at Kaylee Waters, and she denied Kerrigan Miller. I mean, I don't mind the defensive game. Obviously, we've seen last season with Athletes Unlimited, 12-point games on 3 different occasions.
Snapshot here, look at Glynn rising to the challenge against Cordingley.
In this game so far, just 8 points, but there's something to be said for pretty defense, for working together, for being tough inside, and then great goalkeeper play. I think that can be just as exciting as a lot of goals being scored.
You're speaking to an old, underline old goalie who loves it, by the way. I think this is terrific. 3 for Apuzzo, 5 for Arsenault. Team Apuzzo has it in blue. That's Alex Ost-Holman peeking out. Roll dodge here for Geyersbach. Geyersbach sets it up for Mastriani. She'll get to the elbow and fire. Score! Ali Mastriani.
Ali Mastriani, we saw her take over games at the collegiate level this year, NCAAs. Traversing through defenses, 1-2 players, and then she did it again with Team USA at World Championships on her quest for a gold medal. I like how she took her time. She took it to the left-hand side. Oftentimes we see her moving back and forth from left to right hand, but she had the space, so she continued it on. We see the stick in her face. She was unfazed and was able to get that quality shot. Excellent placement.
This is a young player who's likely to climb on the leaderboard. Ali Mastriani all smiles on the sidelines. Her 8th tally of the season. This is the 2nd week of 4 in Athletes Unlimited. The reason I say she's likely to climb, Courtney, on the leaderboard, she earns a lot of MVP points. Her fellow teammates, the other opponents as well, they like to vote Mastriani in the MVP voting, which occurs after every game.
And we look at Sam Apuzzo, not surprised that she is taking the draw right now. Steps up when her team needs possession. This is in the 4th quarter.
This is a 4th quarter that's worth 40 points. Remember, we were tied after the 3rd, so the 20 carries over. North off the split dodge. This 4th quarter is tied 1-1. 5-4, or check that, 2-1 for Arsenault, the 2-pointer from Pareca. North changes that story in a hurry with a sidewinder.
Joe, you had mentioned this 4th quarter is worth a lot, 40 points, because it carries over from the 3rd. But then the winner of this 4th quarter is also going to win the game.
There's the 85 swing. The 85 swing will come in a hurry, but right now, Charlotte North has made this a 5-5 game, a couple of tallies less than 40 seconds apart. Timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. With 5 minutes and 1 second left to play in the 4th quarter regulation time. Charlotte North is poetry in motion from the outside. There's your scoreboard divvied up by quarter. Team Arsenault took the 20 points from the first. Team Apuzzo, the 20 points in the second. They split the 3rd, so that carries over. This 4th quarter is worth 40. Charlotte North has just made the score 2-2 in the 4th, 5-5 in the game with this laser beam.
She saw the space. That one time, Ali Mastriani gives her a little bit of space because her eyes were looking over to help out Dowdy with Sam Apuzzo, but the 2-man game was fruitful for Team Apuzzo, as once they slid towards Sam, that opened up Charlotte North to do that ever favorable fan favorite wind-up shot.
Players get 4 points for an assist on their individual leaderboard totals, but for every assist that occurs during this year's Athletes Unlimited lacrosse season, Aspiration is planting 10 trees. Heading into this week, 890 trees have been committed to for the season. We thank Aspiration for its support. Charlotte North getting a drink on the sideline. Her career, the future, you could say, is extremely bright, coming off of a fabulous World Championship tournament.
You know, I keep saying that she's a generational talent, and she is. You see all of the fans in the stands, a lot of them wearing Charlotte North jerseys. That's what you want. You want to inspire the next generation of players, and she certainly has done that, achieved it, much like the 99ers in soccer did.
Charlotte North checking things out before we resume play here in the fourth. Just a smidge more than 5 minutes to go in regulation of what is a 5-5 count. Team Apuzzo with a couple of tallies. Mastriani and North back-to-back, less than 40 seconds apart. Big draw here. McCool and Apuzzo. Two players who know each other's tendencies inside the draw circle very, very well. And off we go. Ball down, sliding, skidding to a stop there. Overrunning at Simpkins. In the quarter, the points are 2-2. The 2 from Pareca, the 2 points for Team Arsenault. Mastriani and North for Team Apuzzo. Level in this frame, all important, with 40 points riding on the line. And the winner of the fourth to be the winner overall in the game.
You know, I think it's important to note that Kayla Wood, one of the starting defenders for Team Apuzzo, is not on the field, and that's just one less sub that they have to help them out here in this fourth quarter.
A pass for O'Donnell gets away court, so now Team Apuzzo has to run back into defensive posture. Good to see Kayla Wood right there, extreme left side of the screen. Kayla has returned. She has an ice bag on her left hamstring. Allie Kennedy jogs it ahead into the attack third. Arsenault in purple. 6-on-6 at this end of the field. There's a 60-second shot clock in Athletes Unlimited. Bottom of the hour, this is Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse on ESPN. First of two today. Team Johansson against Team Marino will come your way on ESPN Plus, expected to start around 3:30 Eastern. Skies are darkening. Temperatures are in the 80s. Little give and go. That pass is deflected down. Simpkins quickly on to Sydney Pareca. Sydney Pareca rumbling in. Chased all the way end to end by Arsenault, and Team Apuzzo looks to grab the lead now late in this fourth quarter. O'Donnell, who is one of the heroes yesterday, she brought the curtain down in that shootout. She scored a couple of goals in regulation time too. North also scored in the shootout, those shots from outside the 8-meter key. That's something that Charlotte favors. 3 minutes exactly in the fourth. Shot clock's at 20. Apuzzo yet to strike today. Sam Apuzzo lets it fly. She missed it wide.
The stutter steps that she does, and then her just exploding movement out of it. It's so fun to watch her.
Ost Holman looking for North. North on the jump shot. She scores! A 2-point BB.
The score was tied, and now it's a 2-goal swing for the team in blue. As we watch right here, I'm going to highlight Charlotte North. We see that her eyes are up. She knows where people are at. Go ahead and start the rolling from happening. We see Alex Ost pick that ball up to her, and I want to have us go back just for a second. Look at how far away she was from that line. Maybe a yard or yard and a half. So these players aren't just shooting all the way up to that line. There wasn't even a question. Charlotte didn't even have to hold her hands up for two, as there was no question that she was shooting a 2-point goal, giving her team a definitive lead because she was well outside.
Mira Shane, like all of us, hands on head. Did I just see that? Yeah, off the bounce, jump shot from way outside the 8-meter key. Charlotte North's 2-point goal makes the score 7-5 for Apuzzo. In the fourth quarter alone now it's 4-2. And with respect to 2-pointers this season, Charlotte leads the lead. McCool to kick at it. Looking for draw control possession, 2.5 to play, and that's a big scoop for Mastriani. 40 points are on the line in the fourth. Sydney Parekha going to the cage. Parekha right on it, she scores! Sydney Parekha.
So this was a battle from the draw. Again, Sam Apuzzo taking the draw, end of the game, fourth quarter. A huge battle, and then they get it into the hands of Sydney Parekha. She was a midfielder during her collegiate days at Florida. Incredible speed, power, scored a lot of goals, and there was nobody slowing her down.
A lot of goals, 53 and 69 goals for the Gators her last 2 years in college. Ost Holman and Team Apuzzo jumping for joy. A round of applause for Sydney Parekha, whose sister Shayna started the scoring for Team Arsenault in the fourth. It was Shayna's 2 that made it 5-3. Since then, 5 unanswered for Team Apuzzo. 8-5, leading in this contest with 2:20 to go. And Sam Apuzzo drags down the draw control. Team Apuzzo going for a sweep this weekend, a mark of 2-0 prior to today's action. 60-second shot clock. You would expect Team Apuzzo to take just about every ounce of it now.
Absolutely, there's no need to rush. When you look at where this game was just a few minutes ago, first quarter, 20 points for Arsenault. Second quarter, 20 points for Apuzzo. It was tied 4-4, and then, 2-2. And then in the third quarter, that tie, this is how games can change so quickly in Athletes Unlimited, as well as points being divvied up between teams.
Apuzzo fires from the outside. Waters gets 6 points for the stop there. And now the timeout is called for by Team Arsenault. Trailing by 3 with a little more than 90 seconds to go. If the score were to hold right now, Courtney, it would be one big 85-point boost for everybody in blue. We want to see you out here at USA Lacrosse headquarters. Don't miss your chance to see the excitement of Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse in person here in Sparks. Tickets are available today at auprosports.com/tickets. Nice crowd on hand, enjoying this game, which has opened up now offensively. We have 13 points total, so this will not go into the record book as the lowest scoring game. For a long time, it looked like it would. When we began the fourth quarter, just 3-3. The lowest point scoring game total in Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse's history is 12 points.
So we're past that.
We
5
are.
plus 8, 13.
We've done the math. 8-5 for Sam Apuzzo. Her squad getting an inspirational goal here from Charlotte North a few moments ago. This was a marvelous 2.
Her ability to get control of that ball as soon as she scooped it up was nice and quick, and then she released it. She knew that she had 2 defensive players tracking her down. She had to get it out of her stick as fast as she could, but first she had to get control of it.
Possible SportsCenter top 10 considerations there for Charlotte. For every assist during this year's Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse season aspiration, planting 10 trees. We're closing in on 900 that have been committed to for this season. Great work by Aspiration. 8-5 Team Apuzzo, 80 seconds to go. Arsenault, after the timeout, has the ball 6-on-6, and it's in the cross of Hallie Majorana, sharing the rock with Kenzie Kent. The points in the fourth are 5-1, favor Team Apuzzo. This is a carryover quarter that's worth 40. 60 seconds left, 25 on the shot clock. McCool ready to go against Mastriani. Mastriani, who covers a lot of ground. Little 2-person game, getting a screen there. Arsenault. Shayna Parekha is the 2-point threat. She'll split dodge and fire. Smothered down low by Katie Glynn, who knew it was coming. That should do it for the team in blue. Sam Apuzzo was perfect last weekend. Her team in blue this time around looks like they're headed for another 3-0 mark. And as a result, all of those points are going to shuffle up on the leaderboard for everybody in blue, especially Captain Apuzzo, even though it looks like her career goal scoring streak is about to end in 13 seconds. Mastriani will pull it away. Shot clock's turned off. Team Apuzzo, a very, very strong weekend. A 5-0 run. They close out the last 9 minutes of the fourth on that run, and they're victorious. 8-5, banking the 40 for the 2 quarters in the second half, and the 45 for the win. Plenty of congratulations deserved for Team Apuzzo. We have more work to do. Chance for us to step aside. We'll get you back to Sparks, Maryland in just a few moments. Try to put a bow on this one. Team Apuzzo's side victorious, and still these 3 have yet to lose this season. Apuzzo, Colson, and Geyersbach. We're wondering with tomorrow's draft if those 3 will stay together on the same side. If so, a chance for more history to be made in week 3. This one's final. Team Apuzzo, the 8-5 victor. We'll get you back for more in just a few moments. Pretty remarkable fourth quarter for Team Apuzzo, outscoring Team Arsenault 5-2. Katie Glynn there backstops it all from the cage, and as a result, Team Apuzzo picks up the 40 quarter wins. They have 40 points in the third and the fourth. They get the 45 for the victory as well, so things changing suddenly for everybody dressed in blue. Geico Defensive Play of the Game. Courtney, let's go back to the net minding, which was outstanding in this contest from Katie Glynn.
Katie Glynn did such a great job of holding her line. She's so patient, but I love the fact how honed in she is on the ball. Excellent job with that defensive play of the game by Katie Glynn.
Nice job, Katie, as we welcome in Charlotte North for a chair chat post-game. Charlotte up of another hat-trick performance. Charlotte, when you take that ball off the bounce on the 2-point shot, is there an aim point for you, or are you just trying to send it to the goal as hard as you can?
A little bit of aim, a little bit of power. I knew the shot clock was winding down, so I knew we had to get a shot off. Trying to read what was in front of me and take that shot over.
Charlotte, talk about your play with Sam Apuzzo. Obviously, she was your coach last year, or this past season, and all of a sudden now she's your teammate. How does that work?
It's a dream come true. It's so fun to just learn from her, to play with her, play off of her. I mean, she's just such a dominant player. She's such a winner. I mean, you see, she hasn't lost yet here. I mean, it just shows who she is as a player, a leader, a captain, and you know, I saw it as a coach as well. So I'm very fortunate to be here with Sam and get to play on her team.
So we have seen you play, obviously, several games now in Athletes Unlimited. What is your take on the game? What do you like about it, the nuances compared to what we've seen in your NCAA and Team USA play?
It's so fun. It's really fast. It's physical. You know, it's an adjustment. You know, the rules are different, but it's just so competitive, and I love it. I think the atmosphere is great. Every time we step on the field, you know, we know what we're trying to do, and we're trying to win. So it's super important that, you know, we play together and we have fun with it. But ultimately, we're lucky we ended 3-0 on the weekend.
Charlotte, you lead the league in 2-point goals. You just played your 3rd consecutive game with this team from Thursday through the end of the weekend. Now you break up. What's that like?
I mean, it's fun. It's fun that the rosters kind of shuffle around every week. I think, you know, it keeps people on their toes. It gives you a new challenge every week, right? You gotta come together in the week of practice, and you gotta learn how to play with each other. So I think that's also a really fun aspect of this league.
Charlotte North, we always appreciate your thoughts. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Charlotte North, the hat trick today, all of those goals coming in the second half and propelling Team Apuzzo to another victory. Sam there, 14 in the blue, a 3-0 week. Last week she wore orange, 3-0 week. It doesn't matter the color for Team Apuzzo, who's going to rank very, very highly on the overall leaderboard when we start week 3. For Courtney Martinez-Connor, for all the men and women in our crew, Joe Beninati, thanks for your time. Second game of the day starts at 3:30 Eastern. Team Johansson against Team Marino. That comes your way on ESPN+. Charlotte North shooting Team Apuzzo to the win this afternoon.